Monday? Monday. It's Monday. It's got to be Monday, and we're here and I'm here. We're all here. And, oh man. My name's Philip Holmes. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And as you can see, every child matters. I am a proud supporter of that cause. I am a proud supporter of murdered and missing Indigenous women. Black Lives Matter. And you should too. No, I'm not saying you have to. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying that something to think about. And right now, the Wet'suwet'en, our people are going through a massive amount of racism because of the government, because Trudeau's a racist, because the RCMP are racists, and they have no business being on our land. And none of the police here in Winnipeg get it either. This is Treaty 1 land. And every single one of the treaties that was made and thought up by the Canadian government, the treaties were all broken. Let's not forget that. Now, I do appreciate and I do love the support that I'm getting on this channel, on this YouTube channel, because I'm spreading the word, I'm spreading the awareness on what's going on. I don't know everything. I don't pretend to know everything. I'm just here to spread the word and help spread the cause. And doing that, in hindsight, I hope it helps my people. Because it needs to be done so badly, and the racism throughout the entire country of Canada needs to stop. And that's one of the reasons why I am here. It's one of the reasons why I speak to my people and about my people and what's going on with my people. The Honorable Judge Murray Sinclair said that when the first residential school survivors came out, that there's over 50, maybe even 60, 70,000 bodies in mass graves brought on by the Canadian government and the RCMP and Indian agents and churches throughout Canada. Not to mention also the bodies of our ancestors that were also incinerated in ovens without any documentation. Now, what we've come to know, what we've come to understand is the only way that the tribunal can step in for crimes against humanity is if the Canadian government abolishes the Indian Act. If the Canadian government abolishes Indian affairs. That's the only thing that's protecting the government. Is Indian affairs. If there was no Indian affairs, then that would be crimes against humanity. And dating back, everybody says colonizers this, colonizers that, like it's a new thing. It's not a new thing. My great-grandmother was in residential school before Canada was even a country. Before Canada was even a country. Now that's before the colonizers. So colonizers to the millennials out there isn't a new thing. That's like saying F this and F that and F you is a new thing. Saying those words, those derogatory words, is as old as the hills. It's nothing new. So, that being said, what I'd like to share with you is that the only way that the Human Rights Tribunal can step in is if the Canadian government abolishes Indigenous affairs in Canada. And that means that the Human Rights Tribunal can step in and charge the entire government with crimes against humanity. And that's the only thing that is protecting our Prime Minister right now is Indigenous affairs. The only thing. But we got the Roman Catholic Church and all the other denominations saying, hey, look, the Canadian government's not taking any responsibility. And the Canadian government's over here pointing their dirty little finger. Hey, look, the churches aren't taking any responsibility. So they're busy pointing fingers at each other, not taking any accountability, and not taking any responsibility. And it should be done. As I said, I am from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, and I stand with my brothers and sisters. Every child matters. Murdered and missing Indigenous women. We have to get this racism under control. And the only way we can do that is if we work together under one banner. Because the Canadian government doesn't care about you, and the Canadian government and the churches don't care about me. That's why we have to stick together. That's why I'm so glad that I'm on this platform, and I'm so glad that I have followers out there that are watching my content, that are saying, hey, look at this guy. He has something to say. Why don't we take a listen? Why don't we subscribe to his channel? Why don't we like his content? Why don't we leave a comment in the section right down there? Why don't you pass that word on to your friends and tell them, come and check out this cat. Show him what he's all about. Let's go see what he's all about. Let's go check it out and make it happen. That's why I'm here. My name's Philip Holmes. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And I stand with my brothers and sisters throughout Canada and throughout the world. Especially when it comes to every child matters. Like I said before, when I was on here earlier on, I said my great-grandmother was in residential school before Canada was even a country. How awful is that? Before Canada even took shape, before Manitoba even took shape, she was incarcerated in these prisons. Take the Indian out of the child. So I hope that each and every one of you watches this video right to the end. It's already been over 8 minutes, almost 9 minutes. I do apologize for the length of this video, but I had to get the word out. I had to tell each and every one of you, thank you from the bottom of my heart. And each and every one of you have subscribed to my channel. It means the world to me. But leave a comment. Tell me who you are. Tell me if you have a YouTube channel, because if you have a YouTube channel, I'll support your YouTube channel. I'll go and subscribe to you as well. So I do appreciate it from the bottom, the top, and the middle of my heart. Thank you ever so much. Each and every one of my subscribers, thank you very much. And I hope each and every one of you have a Merry, Merry Christmas and a safe New Year in 2022. 2022. You imagine that when I'm going to tell a little story. Then I'm going to say my goodbyes. When I was in elementary school, we had a teacher, and we're talking about the moon. We're talking about Neil Armstrong's so-called controversial walk on the hypothetical moon, which is a big conspiracy. I highly doubt anybody was on the moon. There is 7 layers of radiation above the Earth's atmosphere. And there's no ship, no spaceship in the world that has ever been made that could make it past those 7 rings of radiation above the Earth's atmosphere. They'll die of cancer within 15 minutes. So there was no walk on the moon in the 60s. And the last thing that Armstrong said before he died was that he said, "I'm sorry to my countrymen. I'm sorry that they made us do it. They made us say that, and we were bound by American law to keep our mouths shut." So what does that mean when he said that? What does that tell you? There was no walk on the moon. It was all a farce. And anyhow, getting back to my story, our teacher said by the year 2000, we'll be coming to and from the moon working, and we'll be in flying cars. And then you think about, oh, Back to the Future came out and you got flying DeLoreans and still got airplanes, still got jet airplanes, still got supersonic jets, but no flying cars. And that was in 1983, 82, somewhere around there. Anyhow, I've been on here 11 minutes. I've been talking too long, and I do apologize for that. I am Philip Holmes. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. And as you can see, I support Every Child Matters. I hope you do too.